Yeah, let's just get into it. We did our new movie, Clockers, 1995, directed by Spike Lee, based on the novel by Richard Price. This is a little more serious than some of the films we normally do.
Hey, welcome to the show that never ends.
Bartucci, what you got?
We got a black male, dead man, Daryl Adams, 22 years old, is the night manager of this joint. Pop, pop, poppity pop, Daryl goes down. Shooter does a Carl Lewis.
Boys, Daryl Adams, the boys.
Hey, Daryl. I reached in my bag. I pulled out the gun. I was scared. I shot. I ran.
What began as a simple confession
This is still a good, solid, closed by arrest.
became a mystery.
He's never been in trouble before. It was a big mistake.
All you gotta do now is tell me the truth.
Man, look, I told you already. The guy jumped out of nowhere. I got scared. Bam! Then I ran.
You mean bam, 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 bam?
What?
4 bullets in the body.
Now, for one man to find the truth,
Something's not right. When I'm working on something, I gotta make it right.
Homicide creeping up.
How you doing, fellas?
another must make a choice
Your brother fessed up. What do you think happened?
Got me.
Ed told me you talked to the homicide cop.
between loyalty,
Can't take it much longer, man.
Maybe you won't have to take it much longer.
family,
I'm gonna try to get you up out of here, okay? This ain't for me, man.
and survival.
Why'd you lie to me, Ronnie?
Am I under arrest or what?
We got the shooter.
You locked up the wrong brother.
Yes, sorta.
No, it's powerful.
Really?
It tries to be powerful. Tries
Yeah,
very hard.
I don't think it held up.
It's saying powerful things about the youth, the black community. It has a lot of things to say about the black community that may be shocking to some people.
Cops are cool.
Did you know that black kids are constantly playing virtual reality games where they're shooting fake black people?
Carrying
Yeah.
around an entire Sega Genesis powered by who knows what.
Fake black people,
Or
virtual
like
people,
yeah, virtual.
Yeah,
killing real. I mean, the game, it's real.
No, they're fake. Fake black
Yeah, what was he
people.
playing? Gangsta?
Should be
Is that a real?
playing
Is
like-
that a real
Says, yeah,
game?
he says gangster.
That should be a game where you shoot wiggers.
Well, since there was no actual Sega VR ever made, I don't see how that game could be made for it.
Maybe that was the only one, the prototype.
There
Maybe-
was,
maybe.
yeah, it was a real prototype. I wanted the Sega VR headset so bad. I remember seeing in Sega Visions magazine the
Yeah, I remember all that.
Nintendo
You just never
Power
could
for
actually buy it though, right? It never actually sold in the store.
They
Sega
said it-
Vision sounds like that's like an awesome name for a video game magazine for children. It's like you're wearing like a Steve Jobs outfit when
I
you're
didn't-
reading it.
The weird thing about Sega Visions magazine was that I didn't ask for it. I didn't subscribe to it. They just sent it to me. And it's like, how did they know? But it was just, it was all like, these are the cool games. You got to buy them. And I was like, yeah, I got to get all these.
Get your
Sega
parents to
games.
buy these.
Totally worked on you. Bone Storm. Buy me Bone Storm or go to hell.
Well,
That's from The
You didn't
Simpsons.
have like an older guy pick you up off the street when you were just drinking your chocolate milk on a bench and say, "Hey, man, I got something you're gonna want to check out."
And then the
well,
old guy just shows you awesome video games.
Yeah. He goes, "I'm
My
gonna
da-
need you to sell these magazines for me, door to door, bench to bench."
Yeah, how many when we taught kids about stranger danger and stuff, there's a couple of kids that we definitely robbed of having this experience of being introduced to really cool video games.
Right.
And that's it. You
Yeah.
know?
If you got a kid, let him just talk to whoever. You never know.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
could be a life changer.
Well, you should
Let's
ask them
get-
first.
let's
if
get
they-
back to
if
the
they're trying
Sega
to do
VR.
video games. If they're trying
let's
to
get
talk
back to
about video
Sega VR. Okay, guys. Because this thing it was going to be a VR headset for the Genesis. And we all know the Genesis is not a very powerful system. And then it was supposed to do VR. And they said it caused massive headaches and nausea.
projectile vomiting while wearing the headset.
Yeah. So, and
Cool.
somehow this idea ended up in the movie Clockers. And there's a little kid who has a Sega CDX, which is the real Sega CD Genesis combo system. which isn't portable really. It's just small. And then he's holding that, and then he has a VR headset, and then he plays a video game where a little kid is on a bicycle or tricycle, and he drives around the city shooting gangsters, and then it says "Gotcha."
But wait, I just realized what happens at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Fucking little kids riding around on a tricycle, shoots a guy.
Everything's become full circle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
this
was
is a-
video games' fault.
He knew.
Spike Lee was
knew.
telling us the whole time.
This is the problem with
It's that damn
Clockers.
hip hop in video games.
It's trying to be this real gritty inner city drama about why young black teenagers get into crime, how the system works, what's it like for the cops, what's it like for their parents, what's it like for the people who don't deal drugs. And then there's a weird violent video game section in it. And it's like Grand Theft Auto wasn't a game back then. I don't know why this
Mortal Kombat.
this obsession with violent video games is in this movie, and I don't know why this.
Doom wasn't it?
Also,
Doom was a
but
big
there's
one.
but there's no game that was like that where you're like inner city shooting each other, right? Yeah, like there's Grand Theft Auto was
No,
that.
there's Doom. Yeah,
But
there wasn't.
That's good. You're killing demons.
Maybe
That's a good
Wolfenstein.
thing. You should be shooting those guys. So
Let me ask you this, guys: Was
When was
Clockers
this?
the movie you expected? This is 95. Was Clockers the movie you expected? Was this what you wanted from this movie?
No,
I don't know what I wanted out of it.
It
It was
loo-
not what I expected. No, definitely not.
it looked nice. It looked real
cinematography
cool.
is great.
Yeah, it looked like a music video for a lot of it.
But yeah,
I thought it was just going to be like a crime thriller type deal. I didn't realize it was going to be like a crime story that's supposed to have some sort of message about black youth.
It was
I
a
don't
little
know.
preachy.
do you know who
Yeah, I
Spike
didn't
Lee
expect
is?
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but-
know Spike, and I didn't know it was a Spike Lee movie either. I just saw the cover.
Either did I.
and
This
saw
this
the
video
cover
game
and the
stu-
actors, and I was like, I want it.
might be embarrassed. This is video game stuff. It's not. It's like Spike Lee is like Barbara Bush or Nancy Reagan with this when he's making this movie. This is like
Just during that time,
or
too.
Joe Lieberman. Just this is like, yeah, preachy and stuff in ways that is like funny. Now,
Yes.
Yeah,
maybe what? William's making a lot of faces.
Barbara Bush?
Yeah, he's like Barbara Bush being like,
You mean
"Don't
like
do
Tipper Gore?
whatever."
well, Barbara Bush.
Okay,
did
I'm
that
sorry.
too.
I don't remember. I don't
Barbara
know the
Bush,
history of
Tipper
the.
Gore. It's all the same.
I
Yeah,
don't
you don't
remember the
remember
policy.
'cause-
I don't remember the policies of the first ladies.
Because you're too busy listening to hip hop music and smoking weed and playing video games. It rotted your brain.
Hell yeah, dude.
I
That-
like-
right.
that
Well, let's
VR game
ask-
looked sick, dude.
Could you answer the question I proposed, which is, was this movie what you expected? Was this what you
I didn't
wanted?
expect anything.
Yeah, I
No,
had low
you never expect
expectations.
stuff. Don't
It
trust.
wasn't as
don't
good.
expect anything, and don't trust anybody. Those are the two
It wasn't
things I
as
live my life by.
the character development wasn't as interesting as Paid in Full. I think that was the last movie we watched that had similar vibes.
So this movie has a thing that I didn't expect this thing. We talked a little bit about over text, but I found this movie very hard to follow because the mix on this movie is like insane. Where you're for like full dialogue scenes that contain important information and character development and stuff that you want. Spike Lee is like blasting Seal songs.
Yeah,
And
it was a
and
little
smooth
soap
jazz.
opera.
I'm trying to listen to it, but I keep getting like sucked into Seal's beautiful voice and like.
I mean,
just
this sounds
listening
like
to the Seal
this is,
song.
I'm going to say, an Adam problem. This is when Adam gets distracted by something else that's
The mix is
relatively
crazy in
minor. I have another
It's
issue with this
soap
movie.
opera.
I have a
The
big.
music was annoying the whole time.
Here's-
The music is annoying. The piano, the slow jazz, it was annoying.
The music is annoying. Yeah, but here's the real problem with
this.
this
But
movie.
it's loud.
The music is one of the problems.
No, the real problem with this movie is that it's a terrible mystery. It's just a long especially in the last like 45 minutes. It gets so you just don't care about the mystery because they set up this thing like, did Mekhi Phifer kill this drug dealer?
Yes.
Or they really set it up as His brother is arrested for it, Isaiah Washington, who's like the good brother. And you think Isaiah Washington says, like, I know a guy. And then Harvey Keitel's like, I don't think Isaiah Washington did it. I think Mekhi Phifer did it. But then at the same time, you're seeing this little kid with guns playing the video game where he's shooting people, and you're thinking like, okay, so is Isaiah Washington covering up for the kid who shot the guy?
Kind of a Maggie Simpson
Yes.
situation.
And then it just goes on and on and on with this mystery thing and this mystery thing and this mystery thing. And you go like, okay, Delroy Lindo, he's involved. And the book apparently was about the cop, Harvey Keitel. And Martin Scorsese was going to make a movie with Harvey Keitel or De Niro as the cop. But then he decided to do Casino. And then he said, Spike Lee, you should do it. Spike Lee then said, I'm going to make it about Strike, Mekhi Phifer, this other character who's the subject of the investigation. And it's just like, I don't like these movies where the main character is, the question is, it's like, did they or did they not do something? And it's like, well, he's the main character. Shouldn't I know what he's done? What has he done?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, just tell me what the fuck he did. Like, this is going.
Stress. That's what he did. The dude was just stressed.
Every
time that dude walked out into a new room, every human interaction he had, that somebody was bitching at him. Somebody was bitching, complaining, or somebody was like threatening or whatever. So no wonder this dude had a fucking massive ulcer. Like he was it was such a stressful life, just selling little chunks on a bench.
Chunks.
I mean, he was making money, but it was still chunks.
They're selling crack.
That's what it feels like to be a
But I'm saying it was like just a chunk
father.
of crack. It wasn't like a whole fucking
That's what it feels
crazy
like to
operation.
He wasn't balling. He was just selling little.
Maybe
little
for
stuff.
95, because he kept talking about his damn train set, and he's like, "Dude, one day you could have money to pay for this kind of dope shit." And he just plays with his train set. And it's like, God damn, dude, and then he told us how much he made.
I love trains, nigga. I love trains.
It was like 3,500 or something a month, or so, because he did a math question with the kid, and then I think it was 2,500 is what he makes off of each.
Off a key, right?
That's pretty good.
Probably, yeah. But is he doing a key a week? Is he doing a key a month?
You're selling a lot of keys. I don't know. He's buying a lot of trains.
He's just a little guy.
He has the world's most elaborate train set in his apartment that I couldn't believe. And it makes no sense why this 19-year-old kid has a 1940s Lionel train set with mountains and mud. And
he likes trains.
And he's like,
he wears multiple trains.
Little characters.
He's like Gomez Adams.
He has a Lionel belt buckle. If you notice, the Lionel Train Company belt buckle.
Yeah, so I think that's supposed to be kind of like, what I took from it was like, maybe it's a metaphor that he's still just a child. Like he literally was picked up off the street by that dude.
Sure.
And so maybe he's just like never fully developed.
Is he a child in 1942? What is this guy? What is this?
Real children are playing VR games where they're shooting.
He's a sickly Victorian.
They're playing awesome games.
Child.
This guy's a child from.
I like trains.
Another era.
I like crack. I like selling crack and trains.
And chocolate milk.
Yeah, chocolate moo, some made up chocolate.
Was that
brand.
Yoo-hoo or was that supposed to be chocolate milk?
It was
or
a made up thing
specifically, but
it was supposed to be Yoo-hoo, but it had a
Yoo-hoo.
different name.
Yoo-hoo is so good, guys. Right? You guys drink?
No, I'm more of an iced Ovaltine guy.
I don't like Yoo-hoo.
Get you ulcers.
Iced.
Iced Ovaltine is delicious.
What's the iced is the way to go.
It's really good. Just try it one time. They serve it in some Chinese restaurants, and it's really good.
Nice. All right. I got to get back into chocolate milk, guys.
No, you'll get an ulcer, Adam.
That's why
when
you
I
had
was
the
a
ulcer.
kid,
You just wouldn't stop drinking chocolate milk.
Hold on. When I was a kid, I loved Nestle Quick. And you know what pissed me off? When I go to like a friend's house or my family member's house or something, and then I ask for chocolate milk, and they gave me the Hershey's syrup in the milk.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
All right.
I have to pull up my fucking gat and kill them. You know what I'm saying?
Might as well. Go, Mom. I'm going to under the bed real quick.
That'd been cool.
You just write a note. You just write a note
Guys,
saying if Adam comes over, he can have my train set, and then just go.
That'd
No one can have my trains.
be awesome. I'd be so pumped.
Yeah,
other-
like
Go ahead. I'm
paid
trying to
in
talk about
full.
video
They're
games.
buying cars. They're buying BMWs. They're buying clothes. They're getting girls. They're getting laid. Do these
This kid's
guys?
fucking up. Yeah.
Does anyone get laid in this movie?
No, it's very
Oh.
homoerotic too.
It's a lot
How
of
so,
father
Ryan?
figure stuff with
Oh,
Rodney.
Yeah,
daddies.
so, yeah.
Some thick daddies in here for sure. Great. Dude, Delroy Lindo. Great name, by the way. He has a great face. He's a great movie face. And but you know who has a better movie face? Keith Robinson. That's his name?
Keith Robinson, the
What's his name?
comedian.
Oh, yeah. No, that's not his name.
Isaiah
Who's the-
Washington.
Who's the guy from They Live that's in this movie?
Keith David.
Keith David.
Keith David, yeah.
What a
the dad
face.
from Something About Mary.
Maybe one of the most charismatic faces, magnetic faces
Who did he play in this
movies.
Okay, this is another weird Adam thing. What
The
are you talking
housing-
about? His
the housing
face.
projects cop.
His face is charismatic. I mean,
What a forehead.
like this is.
Delroy Lindo has a better forehead for sure.
No. Keith David has like
It's
an all-time
shiny,
great forehead.
It's bigger. It's like he's got a 5 head. It's shiny.
Delroy Lindo's kind of like here. That's where his action is. Keith
No.
David's kind of
Where?
like here. Although Keith David does have a good mouth. By the way, so Delroy Lindo has a
Keith
great.
David has a good mouth. You're saying?
Keith David
Calm
has
down,
that
Adam.
shining
It's a
spot
sweet little
smile.
mouth.
That's why
Yeah.
he's
Why are you
got a
getting so
shiny
worked
smile.
up?
So
You're
charismatic.
getting
got that
excited about
big
this guy's
s-
mouth
big
I'm
You
smile.
know who
sweating.
doesn't? Hey, you know who doesn't have a charismatic face?
or mouth.
Who?
Adam.
Oh, boom.
Wait, for real?
Whoa.
You don't think I have a carrot?
Give us your Riz face. Give me a little. You're trying to pick me up across the bar with just your face.
Oh
Oh
God.
Jesus, he's doing like a Joker thing. I don't know
Looks
what.
like Mr.
Some
Beast.
sort of psychopath or
Dude,
something.
I
Mr.
smiled too
Beast.
big. I smiled too big.
He looks like Mr.
I
Beast.
did.
Del-
Mr.
what
Beast
I
has
was-
a weird smile. It's the
Delroy Lindo. He's easily the best thing about the movie. His character
course.
is
Which one was that?
Rodney, the guy,
yeah.
the drug
Oh, okay.
dealer who runs all the corner boys. He's the saving grace of the movie. He's what
Yeah.
keeps it interesting. Keith David is a great actor, but Keith David has one of the worst parts in the movie. Keith David is playing the projects cop. And if I was Rodney, the drug dealer, I would just bribe this guy. You have one cop in this giant project where you sell all your drugs. Just bribe him. Don't
Maybe he
have this
can't
guy.
be bought.
Bribe him to stop him from doing what? He wasn't busting anybody. He
I
didn't.
know,
he didn't-
but he's meddling. He's just in the mix.
Who's the Sopranos guy?
Oh, Michael Imperioli.
yeah.
Yeah, he was
detective.
great.
Of course. He's
Yeah,
also
just
a
dropping
writer.
in-
He was a
just
writer
dropping
on
N-bombs and
the Sopranos, as you say.
Really?
Just letting Ryan know. That's more of a Ryan. Little
Okay.
side fact for Ryan.
let me write. Hold on. Let
This
me
is
write that
this is a
down.
talented guy.
What episodes did he write, Adam?
I don't know.
He
You
wrote
told
the
me.
most notorious episode in the Sopranos history, which is
The Pines.
the Columbus Day Parade episode.
Oh, so he was the best writer on
Oh,
the
the most
Sopranos.
famous one, the best episode.
the one everybody hates.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
Pines,
Where they
The
get
one
into
in
a
the
fight.
Pines.
Yeah, he did not write the Pine Barrens episode.
No, that was Steve Buscemi,
Well, he directed it.
and I think wrote it.
No.
So
What-
suck my ass.
What do you guys think about these guys' foreheads? And
You can write my
mouths?
butt all over your face. I don't know. I was listening to the dialogue and watching the movie. I wasn't staring at these gentlemen's mouths.
Well, it's a little hard to
Foreheads.
focus on the dialogue, so then I start to notice other details because I'm just listening to a full Seal album while I'm trying to watch a movie.
I think the
So
movie
you're
is
just getting horny, just listening to Seal, looking at this dude's
Let me
mouth.
ask you a
Seduce.
question. What is it that Mekhi Phifer wants in this movie, and what is he trying to do?
He wants money and
That's
power.
a very good question.
I don't know what it was. I don't.
Does
know
he
what
want
happened in this
power?
movie.
I mean, what's he
No,
doing?
he's
This is
just-
our
he
lead
just wants
character.
everybody off. He wants everybody off his back.
This is the problem with he wants everybody off his back. Great
Just to
idea.
get away.
Great movie. Cool plot.
Yeah, I agree.
Get off
It's
my
fucking
back.
lame. That's literally.
telling
I
you,
got the
dude.
cops on my back. I got this lady. I
This
got this
is-
kid on my back. I got my own crew on my back. Like everybody is just roasting this dude.
This is what
all
it
through the
feels like
whole
to be a
The message,
father in America today.
the message Spike Lee is trying to make in this film is completely in the way of the the story and the plot and the genre of what this movie should be, which
Yeah.
is it should just be about the cop Harvey Keitel uncovering the truth.
Yeah. So what did he want? He just literally wanted to keep
doesn't
selling
want-
on
he's
the
not tr-
benches
he's-
and
is
build
he-
trains.
He's not trying
Got
to
no
set up.
direction.
He's not trying to set up Delroy Lindo. He's not trying to get away. He's not like the kid from Fresh. He's not trying to get revenge. He's not trying to do
He's just
anything.
reacting.
He's trying to
He
like
just-
avoid trouble.
But he's a drug dealer. He's in
He
trouble.
was kind of a bitch, and then he went and started snitching on
And he's
everybody,
constantly
and that
talking-
didn't get him out of it.
Yeah, he's constantly talking to the cops. He's getting pulled in. Harvey Keitel, and then there's all these scenes where the cops are racist.
Well,
The cops roast the dead body.
Yeah. Are
Hey,
they, look,
he's got
are
some brains. This guy, and you see his brains fall out of his head,
John Turturro.
and they're all
You know,
laughing.
that's
It was
my
like
dying wish is John Turturro to roast my corpse in a fake cop character.
Well, I just was happy that Ric Flair wasn't there to hear this because he would have been very upset. He doesn't go for this kind of insult humor, this roast humor.
Well, hey,
couldn't they get- couldn't they get-
I know cops are.
Couldn't they get Jeffrey Ross, the roastmaster general?
Ooh, that'd have been cool.
Yeah. I would like to see the outfit he would have worn.
Yes, exactly, Ryan. Thank you. Do you guys know what Jeff Ross wore during the Tom Brady roast?
No.
Mm-mm.
He wore O.J. Simpson's football jersey.
Yes. Greatest running back no one will talk about.
That's awesome.
What we're always talking
He's the
about
king.
OJ.
That's why he's the king.
He's the
do,
guy
we
that
do.
murdered that woman. Yeah.
Technically, he was found not guilty of murder. So, by your
Wait.
people's rules,
Hold
he
on
did
a
not
second.
commit murder.
Your
He's-
people's?
wait,
What's
he's
your?
like-
What are your rules?
Yeah.
By your white people's
Ryan's
rules,
in
he
the
did not
system,
commit
dude.
murder.
Ryan's part
Yeah, I
of the
work.
system.
I
He's a
work for
man.
the system. I'm kind of a John Turturro type.
I only know OJ
No,
as
I'm more.
the
I'm
man
more
who.
of the Sopranos guy in this. I already forgot his name.
Okay.
Michael Imperioli, you're
More-
the racist
I'm
cop
more-
I'm more like that.
Fucking
who wants to get paid off every week.
I remember OJ more as the guy who stole his own merchandise. That bastard.
He got it back.
Memorabilia.
His Heisman
The
Trophy.
fuck.
Yeah, you don't actually own the Heisman Trophy, but whatever.
Piece of shit.
OJ does.
Yeah, hell yeah, he does. I just like to think about all those old dudes just going at it, dude, just busting into that hotel room. God, that shit's awesome.
Cool. It's cool as hell.
Want my
In-
shit back.
in
OJ doesn't
depth-
send his man; he goes himself. I love that.
In depth.
Yeah,
we
that's
all
why
love
he
Yeah.
murdered
everything,
that his ex-wife, Mike.
Because he does things
Ah.
himself.
so.
He's got
Ron
brain
Goldman
damage.
Did you hear that Ron Goldman was driving around her Ferrari? I mean,
Yeah, that's great
Ooh.
motivation for him to kill him.
come
too.
on now. You gonna
Yeah.
let that nigga drive my Ferrari? Oh,
Yeah, you're dropping a lot of n
I
bombs.
know how many
Yeah.
F-bombs are you gonna drop?
Sorry.
That's why. First, it was like a quote that could have been
Okay,
attributed
I
to
was
the movie,
wrong.
and now it's a
Yeah,
fake
I was.
thing that OJ said.
I was wrong.
Quoted Chris Rock.
Okay.
Mike
Oh,
is more.
gosh.
Mike is more of the Sopranos guy in this. After that monologue, where he just
Hey, I like the. I mean, I'm an A-cab guy, of course, but are the cops a little too mean in this movie?
no.
Maybe they a
they're
little
just not-
too mean,
They're not. They're not good at their job.
like cartoonishly mean. But
Those guys are like selling drug. They're just you just sit there and they're like, we just watched you throw that drugs into that trash and then watch those kids grab that drugs out of that trash. They don't have
Well-
cameras. They don't have video. They don't have anything.
in the mid '90s, probably.
Also,
They
you
got
have to-
cameras.
Also, it feels more
Alright.
like an early
Wire was
90s kind
going
of
on.
feel.
all right.
this is pre-Wire. Wire came out in 2000.
You have to remember in The Wire, they got
But
the
the crimes
FBI
happened
to
in the
supply
90s.
all their
But
all
that-
their
but-
cameras and all the surveillance, and that the FBI is only the real police force that could handle that kind of
Tap
high
some shit,
crime.
right.
And it
Yeah,
also, The Wire shows how it takes a lot of paperwork and like bureaucracy to get that wiretap.
but
That's the
Richard
point of The
Price, who
Wire.
wrote this novel and screenplay, he became a writer for The Wire. So
Oh, no wonder.
Good for him. Well, but the real the reason why there's this weird point of view shift from the story away from the protagonist and all this other shit. It's like because Spike Lee just wants to have these like monologues about what's wrong with like the black community and stuff,
like what?
You know what I
It's
mean?
very. It was
What
very
kind of
tropey.
monologue?
or not just monologues, but dialogue. There's
Like
scenes where
what kind
there's-
of scene?
talking about like
If
I'm just
there's any
thinking
words,
of
Mike can
sorry.
say them for you.
No, I'm just thinking about Kiss from a Rose
So
right
I
now.
mean,
Yeah,
I
like
get that the hard R is bad, but a
I'm
non-hard
thinking
R
about
is
I'm thinking
no-
about Kiss by a Rose.
I just can't. I'm only thinking about Seal. So like black people get kissed by a rose, and
it's not in
it's
the
not good.
movie.
That's not a good thing to.
All the music was an original artist, and they said who it was at the beginning. Reginald or something.
Oh, wait, that's not Seal.
You're telling me that was
No,
not Seal?
I'm pretty
What?
sure. I don't know.
I'm
I don't think
surprised as
that was
Adam.
Seal.
That's America's Seal because Seal's
Let me see.
British.
Let me
It,
see.
it
Let me see
also
here.
I could be mistaken, and it could be the guy who did the music for
You
the
didn't
movie.
pay attention to
I'll
these
do a little fact check.
monologues. That's
I'll do a
my
little-
this
Why
is
don't you
my
talk about the
point.
monologue?
So there's a great monologue by Del Rey Lindo where he tells the story about how when he was coming up, his best friend made him murder someone.
Yeah.
And he's like, now I got that on and now he got that on me. And now he can trust me. Like I won't ever betray him. And I think this is one of the best scenes in the movie. It's like shot
Yes,
really well.
The flashback, the like kind of montage flashback. You can see the dude is like truly gacked out of his mind. Like he's the wild card. He just murdered two people, and then he makes his friend puts a shotgun in his friend's mouth and says, "Kill this guy or I'll kill you." You jerk. I think he said something like that. He said, "You freaking prick," or something like that.
And he was crying too.
He goes, "You kumquat." Kill him.
I believe this guy shot music videos. This guy this is the same cinematographer who shot Belly. And get this.
It's really good.
In Eyes Wide Shut, there's like New York scenes. Stanley Kubrick never went to New York ever again after moving to England. This guy shot all the New York street scenes that are in Eyes Wide Shut.
The plates or whatever, the green stuff that he's green screened into.
Well, I don't actually know if that is in New York, but I do know there's like the shot of the party at the beginning or like shots of the streets. But that one where that famous shot of Tom Cruise walking on a conveyor belt with like footage behind him. I don't actually know if that's New York City behind him. That could be London. But anyway.
Or is a set, maybe. Soundstage.
Yeah. Or I think it's just a plate from London. But anyway, cinematography in that scene's great. Del Rey Lindo is great.
But Spike Lee is just like trying to make points. You know what I mean? He's just trying. He's just like, I want to make
was a little
point
heavy-handed
right
about
and
video
so
games.
He's making a point about video games,
about
but also,
rap.
by the way, yeah, about rap. He also is making a point
about little kids who don't have jobs, and then Del Rey Lindo gives them a job.
That sounds like a good thing. But like he's making a point about video games, and then he does an entire scene in front of a Virtua Fighter cabinet, which is a game that is all like non-black characters. There's like these two like white characters or whatever on the cabinet art the entire time during the scene. You know what I'm saying?
You
Did you feel attacked?
Narc.
I'm just saying, like, what is his point? What is he talking? Why is there fucking a Virtua Fighter cabinet in this scene? Which is also like he's like already distracting you with the music.
I like
and
the
then he has
Virtua Fighter cabinet.
But he has the characters like walk over and stand in
I'll
front
say
of
this.
the Virtua Fighter cabinet and then just continue talking, but you're still looking. It's
well,
very
Sega.
distracting.
When he's like wiping when
It's
he's
a Sega
wiping it
game.
down.
Yeah, why is there so much fucking Sega shit? Is this like product placement?
Yeah, I thought it was Spike Lee.
I
not
hope so.
Sega
I love
Lee.
Sega. Sega
But he's saying
is
that it's bad.
calm down. I just
Adam
like
feels
that.
attacked.
I know. I'm
I
just
just
trying to
like
talk because it's so
you're
like,
so
it's kind of
hyper and
crazy
you're
right now.
and you're
Hey, it's not just me. We're all kind of talking a lot right now. So I'm not your scapegoat.
Del Rey
anymore.
Lindo. I like that he has a Virtual Fighter arcade cabinet. I like that he has his little shop. I like that he does haircuts. Like he's working, he's an entrepreneur. He's got a cool car and he cleans his shop, he wipes it down. And then when Mekhi Phifer goes to the police and gets interviewed and comes out, I like that Del Rey Lindo just takes a gun from the back seat and just sticks it in his mouth and threatens to kill him. I like.
Yeah, he
Okay.
pulls him into
Got
he
it.
pulls his head into his lap with a gun in his mouth, like it's homoerotic as shit throughout the whole movie.
What did you think of
Predatory. It's more predatory, is what they're
Yeah.
going for. But
what did you think of the mother of the little boy who plays video games and what she said?
She was great. That whole speech.
Because that's the monologue you're talking about. That's the fucking you
What did
got
she say
like
again?
just yelling. I mean, like
Quit buying him
just
stuff. Quit
yapping
buying him
about
that
don't
Sega.
sell
Quit buying.
drugs. You're selling your people death. You can't do
Yeah.
this. You
Yeah,
can't
that
do
kind of
that.
stuff.
It was like a
Hey,
Dare commercial.
but Mike, what did you think of that mom? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
She was a
she's all right.
cutie.
Yeah, she's all right.
There's a really hot babe in this movie.
Where
It's like in
when
like two scenes. There's a
Old
scene where
lady?
Mekhi Phifer goes to the up to the top and talking to the lady on the other side of the fence. I was like,
Uh,
oh, this is like an extremely attractive woman, and then you see her again at the end, I think maybe. But
the one he gives the cash to
That was the
his
same lady
sister-in-law or
screaming.
something.
that was
Yeah.
the same. That was the mom. What? I don't know,
isn't that
I
guys.
think.
Isaiah Washington's wife?
Oh, right.
Just trying to
His
get.
brother's wife. So his sister-in-law.
It's time
Yeah,
to.
yeah, that's what I thought.
It's time to take a little pause from the show to go Mike's corner, Mike's ass corner, where he talks about the asses in this movie.
What did you think of Mekhi Pfeiffer's ass when he got strip search?
Mike,
It's a little tot,
7
little
out of 10.
mouse, little rump. Oh,
Okay,
easily
Adam.
7.
7
I'd
out
go
of 10 is good.
easily
It's
7.
shapely but not large.
Adam,
hey,
what?
what?
Hold on, Adam. What did you think of Mekhi Pfeiffer's opening shot? His outfit. You remember what he's wearing?
No, what's he wearing?
The overalls
The orange overalls.
with the weird
That was cool as hell.
fucking buckles. That was the most 90s Spike Lee shit I've ever seen.
I love the
And then
overalls look.
somebody else was wearing those overalls later.
I think Spike Lee, every time there's a scene in the movie, just goes, hold on, stop. We got to make it more stupid, everybody. We got to put like, we need this guy in a dumb outfit, and we need this song playing, and we need this
So
VR
he could
headset.
No, louder. Let's make the Seal song louder.
And he's got
What
his
it seemed
circle
like to me was like-
glasses.
Like each scene seemed like a play scene or
Yes.
something where they're overacting, the costumes are overdone, they're over loud, and it just seemed like
There's some melodrama
like
for
a
sure in
play,
Spike Lee
basically.
movies.
You know,
Do the Right Thing has a couple scenes that are like that too. Where you're just like, Jesus, dude. But that's obviously a way better movie.
But
But even like
do
in
the
his
right.
best movie, it's like it's there.
He's good at an ensemble, right? He likes to have lots of characters. He doesn't make tight thrillers. He doesn't make these like punchy get in and get out genre films. Everything is just like Spike Lee world, and that he likes to just keep filling out with detail. Like there's families, there's cops, there's always an there's Italian, there's John Turturro in every movie yelling, being as racist as possible. He needs
Yeah.
he just
a goat.
he needs all that. He needs all these things going on. So he did discover Mekhi Phifer, which is interesting.
He's really good in this movie.
He never acted before.
Another good face. By the way, but you know who the best actor is in this movie, I think?
The white
Spike
kids who
Lee.
get arrested. Oh,
Or yeah, say a random thing.
I would say-
so you can talk about something. But
Spike Lee's scene should have been cut.
Who was
It's
he?
a very-
why
what
did they
was
do
that?
that? Why did they do?
he's
Why
the guy
did they
drinking
do
the 40 that explains
was
what's
Oh,
that?
going
every
on.
time. And what the fuck was
Yes,
that
the two
40? The
times.
rocket 40, and the cap
Yeah,
had
yeah.
like a rocket. They show
Yeah,
it in
yeah.
the.
Why
It
did
looks
directors
silly.
try to do that? It's always stupid. It's always like he's like, I'm gonna put on a construction hat and I'm gonna be a construction worker in my movie. And it's like, okay, we don't think I'm like sitting there pretending like I'm supposed to pretend like I
Well,
don't know that this is
To
Spike
be
Lee.
fair,
This is like, oh, this is a stereotypical construction
didn't
worker.
know
you
that
do
was Spike
this,
Lee.
you
This
fucking
tiny
idiot.
man.
You cast yourself as the lead in
you-
all your movies.
The two movies, yeah.
Which is what
I
Spike
got-
Lee
I got-
did. You're a wannabe Spike Lee. What are you talking about?
That's a
She's
good
got to
point.
have it. It's the
Hey, I
same
haven't-
fucking
I
movie
haven't
you
done this
made.
for a while. So I haven't
Spike
You know
done
what I
it for a
mean?
while.
Thank God you didn't make Do the Right Thing about a white guy in the
Ooh,
suburbs.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
The white guy who
Flip
can't
flops.
Florida, like white Florida guys neither do the right thing.
It's rubbing ice cubes on some hideous beast of a woman.
Getting that nipple super hard, like a cracked nipple. Getting that super hard. Cracked
Do
the
it.
nipple with a little hair sticking out.
Yeah. You
Goes
got your
out the
circle
center
glasses and your little Nikes on and your little hat.
But
flipped
it's
up.
such a stupid. It's such a stupid.
He was
like,
an actor.
Of course,
he
you
was.
should cut that scene. Like, why could you? How could you see that scene and be like, oh yeah, we better include this part where I'm just like embarrassing. As
It's
somebody who's
long.
done it, it's like stupid.
It's just long. It's just the movie's too long. Like, what are you doing? We don't need these.
Well, he's
scenes.
feeling it. I think like he's like an auteur, indie film
Yes,
guy.
he has to put.
He's putting himself in his movies like greatly.
He can't
and stuff,
help
so he
it.
has to make like it preachy about stuff that he's thinks about. He like reads about it and stuff, and like it feels like my kid's yelling at him.
He has to have his shot, his dolly shot. So you see the kid on the tricycle.
He's gotta
It's in
have
the
his
dolly
stuff.
shot. We
What's
find out the kid is a killer, and he shoots this
Yeah, that was
this
such a cool
junkie
scene.
dude.
There was no real build up. Like I knew it was like, oh, this kid is going to shoot that guy. There's no twist at the end of this.
Well,
He's
I
just
thought the
rolling up
kid.
to him with a gun in a brown paper sack.
It's like the video game. And I thought the kid
Yeah.
was the person Isaiah Washington hired the whole time. The whole time I'm thinking like, it's obviously the kid. The kid's the killer. The kid did the hit. He played the violent video game. He does the exact same thing. But it turns out, no, he does this hit. And then at the end of the movie, they have this big reveal where Isaiah Washington's mama shows up and she's like, he killed Daryl. He was
He came in
crying and he was
drunk.
sick and he's tired of working all these jobs. And
Maybe I'm missing something. So that was the correct story that we're supposed to go with. That
Yeah.
it was Isaiah. Okay, then why at the end did Isaiah get? Do you see Isaiah coming out of jail? Well, I don't.
Yeah, well, that
self-defense.
was years because they said we'll give him the self-defense, and they kind of mentioned that. So he
That
just
was-
presumably did his time.
The self-defense thing is for the kid, Trevor or something, not for the killing of the guy who ran the whale store.
No, he was
Those are-
saying self-defense the whole time. Said the
Oh,
guy,
yeah,
the guy,
okay, no,
the
no,
guy
no, no, you're
came
right.
at me. The guy
You're
came
right.
at me, and I
you're
just,
right.
I had a couple drinks, and
Okay,
I
so
think
his
it's also to
story
say-
is 6-7 years
I
sentence
think-
and got out. Okay, I didn't catch that it was supposed to be that far ahead.
I don't. That's what I'm
because it happened
assuming.
right after.
I don't know.
After.
Yeah.
I think the movie trying to say ultimately is there is no real justice for any of this stuff. There is no real closure. There is no actual. The cops, they're stuck in the system just as much as the drug dealers are. And there will never be a real change, which is honestly kind of true.
Yeah.
Not going to change. It's just like this thing just keeps getting worse and worse.
No, we got to change the system, bro.
But what about the video games?
They're getting better and cooler.
The video games are getting
Yes.
better.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That's
Oh yeah.
They're getting
VR is
less
Yeah,
bloodier.
the dream is real.
Which is
Oh,
awesome.
really?
Do
You
you
think
now
so,
have
Mike?
VR?
Yes, I think so. Definitely. In Call of Duty, there's way less blood in there. There's like no blood.
The parents of Uvalde are suing Activision
I
for
saw
being
that.
like the promoter of the biggest promoter of the AR-15, basically.
Good luck.
That's happened several times in our lifetime.
I say go for it.
Yeah, they might as well. It ain't gonna work, but it's happened many times. Starting with the Judas Priest people.
No, they
sue
should-
the song.
No, they should go buy a fucking AR-15 and go shoot up Activision,
Yeah, that's a good point.
Some,
That's a very good
that's
point.
uh,
Taste of-
practical,
taste of their own
pragmatic
medicine.
advice.
and then go shoot up Big Gun Company.
Oh,
Hell
that'd be
yeah.
cool.
Can we talk about the
Shove it
white
down their
guys in the
throat.
We're gonna
movie?
go to the big gun building.
Yeah, let's finally get to the main characters, the white guys in the
The
movie.
Dolphins.
The Connecticut
and the
guys in the Mercedes.
Those are my guys. Those dudes look fun, and they love soul food, and I love to
Yeah,
eat
they're-
some soul food with them.
We're just trying
They
to have a good
roll
time.
right over. Cops.
That would have been
rolled-
Adam. If Adam would have directed this movie, that would have been his cameo.
That would have been us.
Pulling up his
All
Yeah,
four of
over the
us.
four of us. Yeah, man, good stuff.
So those
Those-
kids
those
just
poor
went,
guys.
Those kids went and bought crack, and then got so hungry from crack that they had to go to a fast food place.
Yes.
Well,
Everyone knows
they were
crack
acting-
makes you hungry.
Yeah, they were acting high, so maybe they just bought weed.
And also, you could buy crack in Connecticut.
How come they're not? How come nobody's ever buying weed in these movies?
They did in Training
Is it-
Day.
But he got a little
Throw that out
wet.
there. Throw that out there. No, at the
That's-
end, they
that's
bust
true.
those kids in the car, and they're like, "Stay out
We're
of this
just
area.
high."
This is yeah. This is so and so's territory."
Just saying.
So
Also
that's your
because
counterpoint.
weed's
I don't know what
fine.
you're making.
I think weed's just fine.
Because weed dealers don't control turf with guns
No,
and killing people.
Well, do
Just
crack
share-
dealers
just
have
share
weed on the side?
spliffs.
Probably a lot
You
of
know what I'm
times they
saying?
Yeah,
do. Yes.
well,
It's
when
the same
yeah,
guy,
when
right? Yeah.
was throwing away all of his drugs, it was a variety, but it was all within that crack family.
How can they ever make a movie like Requiem for a Dream for weed?
That'd be
Because
Train
it'd be like, yeah,
I don't know that
consensual
Two-
double
Trainspotting.
dildoing
two
the whole
guys like Mike just
movie.
double dildo.
that half baked 2 looks pretty close. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe there's a double dildo scene in that movie.
Yeah, but it's way funnier.
You should add it.
Keith David. He has like 2 white
They're like,
kids.
this is crazy.
He's like, come here. I didn't bring it out for air. And Jim Brewer sucking his dick.
Yeah, totally.
Diving
Harlan
into
Williams
a
and
toilet
Jim
to get
Brewer have it.
to get the roach of a joint.
Dude, I've been there.
Nasty Nate in any other movies? We need to get this guy work.
What are we doing right
Nasty.
Is there anything else really to talk about Clockers? I mean, come on.
There was so many like ethereal like cuts that were really cool that didn't really have anything to do with the movie at all. They're just slice of life or like
what?
B-roll of New York. I mean, a million throughout the whole
lot of-
movie. There'd just be like artsy shots of a bench. It was filmed on film, crazy filmed on film, right?
Yes.
Like, why did it look so bright? The scene when he's talking in the police station and it cuts to the light and you can't even see his face because his bald head strikes in there, and his bald head, it's like a perfect light just flaring off of him and you just can't see him at all. It was I thought that was a cool shot.
Yeah, the
It's like,
cinematography,
this
the
is
way
what-
they blew out the highlights and those in the
Right.
interrogation.
It looked very bleached.
Cool. It's a really good cinematographer. That's like, and the performances are really good.
Critics love this
Especially that
movie.
little construction worker. I was just really blown away by his performance. How did
That
they
was the
find that
shot.
guy?
That was the
Small man.
shot.
It's
Small
you.
guy, huge performance.
I really loved how he just always drinking that stupid thing and just saying
The
stupid
loudest
shit.
thing in the movie was that 40. The most
Maybe.
distracting. You're talking about foreheads, you're talking about mouths. That when that thing came out, I was like, what the hell? I had to pause it and be like, what the hell is that? And then it was like a rocket themed liquor, made up liquor that they put like a rocket for the cat. It's like, that is not
Well,
real
Why
product.
make it up? Why make that up? Just
There's
use
fake
some Old English or
restaurants.
something.
there's so many like fake labels and restaurants and billboards in this movie. Like,
Unless that's satire, like he's making fun of Old English. He's
Hambone?
making fun of
what was the fast food restaurant? Hambone?
Yeah,
Ham
ham
Bone.
bones.
That was the hamburger place. Just like,
And then
I get it.
Rodney's place was called Rodney's place.
that's cool.
Yeah, so
Thought
it's
about that
like
for 2
Rodney's
seconds.
place. It's like, bro,
Ahab.
you're running kilos out of this place. Don't put your name in the title of the bodega. Rodney's plate, like there's no
Rodney's front.
where's your alibi there or whatever the word is.
I think ham bone is a pretty disgusting name for a hamburger place, by the way, because it implies that there's going to be a bone in your hamburger, which would be like a disgusting, horrible
Yeah, it's a little
discovery.
crunch, little bird bones. You never had a dove or a pigeon burger?
No.
You just grab the bird
What are you,
essentially
a cat?
and mix a little bit, and then you just mix it up, bones and
Dude.
on. There's little chunks in there.
You're
But then
hanging
you
out with
can
too many
use some of
cats,
the
dude. Bad
you can use
influence
some
on
of
you.
the stuff to
Yeah.
clean out your teeth like a toothpick.
You're like, no,
Oh my
guys, actually,
God.
it's really good. I know the cats are kind of, I know people think cats are gross, but actually they have some really good taste.
It's very good. I mean,
Yeah.
warm milk on a porch, nothing better in Texas.
I've seen cat food, like wet cat food, and been like, it's just meat. I gotta eat that.
Just looks like tuna.
Yeah, I'm eating tuna out of a can sometimes. I'm a
Yeah,
I'm a
Adam,
cat
have
boy.
you been eating anything weird lately? Have you eaten any dog food or anything?
Milk-bone. Children's food? Baby
You have to
food?
think.
I've eaten a lot of
You have
children.
to
I've eaten a lot of baby food lately.
What's your favorite?
My kid's getting some fucking amazing baby food.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Like
Does your
dessert
wife
type things where I'm like, this is good. I'm just gonna like
Yeah.
take this for myself.
Does your wife like airplane it into your mouth
Yeah.
when it's feeding time? It's
That's
just
what I
you
do
and
with
him
my
in
wiener,
two
guys.
different size
Put it in your mouth?
food chairs.
No,
Yeah,
never.
like an airplane.
You have to
Here
drive
comes
it
the
and fly it in.
wiener.
into
But
my
you got to
own
bring
mouth.
your head down.
His dick is cut off and there's like little wings on it.
Ew, I don't like this idea. I hate this
Cook his
visual.
dick in the microwave like a hot dog.
Here comes the weenie.
This guy's on a lot of weed. He's losing his
Adam,
mind.
have you ever ate your own dick?
Many times.
Was it tasty?
Of course, I got a tasty ass dick.
Remember
dude.
that
What, you
one
got an
guy?
ass
Oh,
dick?
yeah, dude.
You got
You
an
don't wanna eat
ass
it?
dick? It tastes like ass.
Remember that one guy cut his dick off, right?
The Pain
Yeah,
Olympics
the,
guy?
rap-
yeah, he
the
was
rapper?
like he was like claimed to
Wu-Tang.
well, he was a Wu, but he wasn't. He was so far removed. But yeah, he did bath salts,
Yeah.
and then
Oof.
he had a buddy with him, like a buddy at his place, and he went to the bathroom and did bath salts, and then just came out into the living room apparently and cut his dick off, and then jumped off the balcony to death. He might have survived actually,
That's a classic
but he
blunder.
straight up and that was one of the last bath salt stories. And then he kind of stopped hearing about it.
I think everyone's like, okay, let's just stop doing this.
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah.
I think that one's done. Was bath salts the one where that
Experimentation
other
over.
there was like some business dude
Bath
running around
salts?
eating people's face?
Yes,
Like-
bath salts and salvia. That was like a thing at the same
Salvia's
time.
fine.
Bath salts
Yeah.
and salvia,
Because you could get them at just any fucking
dude.
tobacco
Yeah,
pipe
it was-
shop.
It was pre-legal weed. People just wanted to get their freak on, dude. Back in the 2010s,
get their
early
freak on.
2010s. They wanted to get
Man,
freaky.
I miss the days when you just invite the boys over and we all cut our dicks off and jump off a balcony. I miss
Each other's
those days.
faces off.
I just wanted to get out my freak on, but I'm older.
What do you guys
Harper.
think of the scene in Clockers where Isaiah Washington's working at a Chinese gift shop and then a guy was going to come in and then Isaiah Washington's like, you don't need to come in here. He's like, I was going to buy a gift from my mama.
Yeah, what was that? What was the point of that? What was
Tough.
the point of that?
That
It's
was
tough
to say
being-
Racism
something.
against-
It was to say
He's-
something
because
about
he-
society.
He called
That's
him a
what all this
house
shit is about.
Negro. Didn't
Nice.
say Negro.
But then I thought that guy, he's like, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back and shoot you.
And remember
And he
when
I'm
Yeah.
thinking though, like, when this movie, Spike Lee's like,
But that was his job. It was showing a slice of his life for his job. That's why they showed that stressful job.
well, he's supposed to be the good one that you think like, oh, he didn't kill anyone. He's covering
Right.
up.
but he's
But then it
got
turns out he
prejudice.
actually killed someone.
Oh, yeah.
Because his brother said he messes with young kids. Like his brother lied to him. Strike lied to him and said he's been messing with like,
Daryl.
yeah. And that
He said
so
he
then
said
they-
he hit his girl and shit.
yeah. Which
But that wasn't why though. That was what you
he was
it
drunk,
was- it
man.
was
That
the-
set him up. That gave him
no,
the catalyst to the
Ri-
confidence
no, it was
to go
his
out there.
it was his shitty life that made him do it, Ryan. Not
Well, yeah, but that was what I'm saying. That was like
That's not the-
final push.
that was the excuse.
Excuse. I'll take that.
But it was really just like he also worked at that fast food restaurant and
Maybe
those guys
Spike-
wanted to set up
Maybe
they wanted to
Spike
set up
Lee's
dealing.
like trying to. Maybe he feels like a responsibility to be like, I'm the
That's-
person that has to like talk about things that is going on in the black community and
He
stuff.
definitely didn't make it look glamorous.
Yeah.
So he's
Well,
has
that's-
to talk about with fill his movie with all these like annoying ass things and like video game shit that's ridiculous. That video game looks so cool, dude.
But the main character Strike is supposed to be like this badass. Oh, he's making money. He's selling drugs. Like every other movie makes it look cooler. And this one, this dude is literally just puking blood and stressed out, and everybody's yelling at him. He can't even play with his trains in peace. And so
Yeah.
it's like he doesn't make it look appealing. And I think that might be one of the points too. Is like, hey kids, don't do that. Don't play video
Yeah.
games. Don't sell drugs.
Something that's
Critics-
not exploitative of
Play
the,
with, stay
like a
home
hood
and
movie
play with
that's not exploitative.
trains.
Yeah, it's definitely exploitative of the train lifestyle, but not like
He
the
shouldn't have
hood
spent all that
lifestyle.
money on trains. He could have had a nice, little
Dude.
he could have been saving money. Getting some
You could have bought a real
wage.
train. You could have been a conductor or something. You could have gone to train school.
He had a few G's lined up when he was running away, and then he immediately got jumped and robbed.
What do you think of his gun, Mike?
A Walther PPK. That's a really nice gun. I
What
gotta
is it,
say,
James Bond and Goldeneye?
that's basically,
Walther
if I'm not
PPK?
mistaken, yeah,
That's
that's
James
what it
Bond's
was.
gun.
Yeah, that is the gun.
That's like the
No.
main gun in GoldenEye game.
The gun wiki on this
That's the
movie is not
PP7.
very good. It misses a couple guns, but whatever. But yeah, those definitely Walt. That's a nice ass gun.
Yeah, it's just like
PP7, you're
that
right, Will.
sucker. That sucker will
But
fit in your pocket.
in the
when
real
you're wearing
life, it's
some
a
skinny
PPK.
jeans.
Yep.
Those are like perfect little pops.
The gun that
You know,
Delroy Lindo shoves in Makai's mouth, the Ruger GP100, that's also a really nice revolver.
These all sound kind of German.
Too flashy for me.
A little German.
No, it's not German. It's American, but yeah, whatever.
They
All
sound
the Glock- there's several Glocks in there too, which are nice. Those are Austrian.
I'm more of a one bullet revolver, spring loaded, comes out of my sleeve right into my hand.
One bullet
type guy.
revolver.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I'm
and
spinning
he's got to do it
and
5
it's just-
times, and then
It's just one barrel, one little, but it's just
cool.
I spin it and it's just the bullet going in a circle.
Cool.
Russian roulette every shot.
Yeah.
I like those guns that you can put in your garter. Those little
Derringer.
guns. Yeah, I like.
Well, you know why-
Derringer.
Oh,
in
I
the
like it.
garter.
People make fun of those guns, but those were real in the Wild West because a lot of cities in the Wild West would confiscate your weapons when you entered. And so those little mini guns,
Those are the baddest ass guns.
those
I
are the
want
only
one
guns you
coming
can
out of a belt
smuggle
buckle.
into
Dude,
a lot of towns.
remember how I'm like thinking about getting like one of these pepper guns or something? Maybe I should just get a
Yeah.
Derringer.
Have you seen?
It's a gun. I thought you couldn't own a gun.
Well, my wife might be tricked by.
There you
know,
go. Okay. yes,
she'll just think it's a
now
clothing
we're talking,
accessory.
Adam.
It's
Now
all
we're
about tricking
thinking,
my
Adam.
wife.
Yeah, you got to think about shit like that. God damn.
Or I should get real good with nunchucks. That'd
And
be
then
cool.
your kid
And I'm basically
won't know what
I
it
have a gun.
is.
You know what I'm saying?
$20 says Adam.
Your kid won't know it's a real
immediately
gun. So this is
concusses
setting,
himself
you're
with
really
the
setting yourself
nunchucks.
up for success here.
Oh yeah, make it child size. My God.
Yeah.
Paint it yellow, have an orange tip.
Now it's like Lightning McQueen themed.
You're like, it's not a real gun, honey.
I
And
love
then
cars.
Yeah, totally.
you get your penis shut off.
That's
my
all that
buddy
happens.
he got gifted from his dad it's a brass knuckle, essentially a brass knuckle
Ooh.
pistol.
Nice.
It's like a punch gun, and when you punch somebody, it shoots. And I don't think it works. This one doesn't work, but I don't think it ever worked. It was a very insane idea. But if you look
Is it
it
like
up,
a
it's pretty
glove?
cool.
It's a glove.
It's like it's like a ring. It looks like a big ring, and you put it on your middle finger, and then it like
Cool.
when you push on it, it shoots.
Shoot
And
your hand off.
it's like, yeah, you're gonna fucking break a finger at least.
Yeah, you just shatter your middle
It's like
finger.
a old.
You deglove yourself
Yeah.
immediately. But
Yeah.
Well,
I wanted to get brass knuckles before, and then I was like, you can't like order these things in California. I can't
You
order
can
all
order
of
brass
them.
knuckles.
No, I
That's
bought
fine.
mine in California.
ju-
Go to
yes,
sword,
you-
No, 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 no.
swordswords.com, and then
Because
it's a
they're not-
paperweight. You're buying a
Yeah,
paperweight.
they're not brass knuckles. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
Swords.
Just type in-
Swordswords.com.
Just type
And
it into
tell him
Google,
Brian
you'll
sent you
find it.
because I got a discount.
They don't want me to have weapons. They're making it hard to figure out. They confuse
Go to
Yeah, real
us.
hard.
swordswords.com. You can be in full armor by the end of the month.
guys, we
Okay.
got to do our big bit. Okay. The top 8 sexiest police officers of all time. Okay. So coming at hot, number 8. So
It's
you're the
funny, I'm laughing
dragon.
'cause
We
You're
didn't
the
discuss
dragon.
this.
We got Mickey Rourke,
Okay.
the ultimate. You know why he's
Wet
attractive?
pop?
Tall.
Work with us here, Ryan.
You know why he's attractive? Because he
Why?
cares.
That's cute.
Go on.
He cares too much.
Okay, who's number 7?
Okay, number
Number
Cares
7.
Too much.
Now, what
No,
I
you
like,
can't- you can't be doing pauses like that if the list is 8 long.
Well,
Number
the rest of
7.
us are still figuring out what's going on. So
Yeah,
number
what is it?
7,
it's like, okay, take it away, guys.
he dresses nice, but he's also a great cop. It's Sylvester Stallone in Nighthawks.
Mm.
Okay.
All right.
This cop.
I didn't see that movie, so I can't really.
Yeah.
This cop is
Same.
great. Number
really like
I can't
7.
remember past. the
Okay.
last
Yeah, it's hard to
movie.
remember.
Yeah, I mean, it's
something,
just,
This cop gets
It's-
things done. All right. He's living in
Number
LA. He loves sports. He loves beer. He loves his partner, but his partner died. James Caan, Alien Nation.
Mm.
Little
Haven't seen
racist.
that.
Great sweater.
Well, we're talking
Yeah,
about
that's a
cops
sexy
here. That kind of
sweater.
comes with it. That's probably in the resume or like in the job interview question. Like, are you racist? And if you check no, they don't hire you as a cop.
Yeah. Or they're like, "Are you sexy?" And you check
Yeah,
yes, and then they're
that's
like,
got to be
"Okay, we
one.
have a great list that you're going to be on a podcast."
This cop is really sexy. Okay, he loves cooking. He loves
Number
food. He
5.
loves his car.
Ryan's helping you remember that you should
From
be doing a
Cobra,
countdown.
Sylvester Stallone.
Yep, Cobra. That's the one. Oh, this guy's great. Great diet. I'll
A
agree
lot of
with
these
that. That's a
movies
clean
were
5.
on the show. Interesting. Anyway, number 4. This was a really hot cop. He was. I mean, he gets nude. You see his penis in the movie.
Bad
Harvey
Lieutenant.
Keitel, Bad Lieutenant Harvey Keitel.
From To Live and Die in L.A., William Peterson.
Whoa.
When did
Wait,
you
we've
see
seen
his
2
cock?
cops' penises on this show?
We
I don't
saw
remember seeing his
Peterson's
penis.
Peter.
Number 3. Now,
Why
I
they
like
call him
this cop
Peterson?
because he's religious. He loves his family,
RoboCop.
and he enjoys a good game of baseball. Harvey Keitel, Bad Lieutenant.
Oh, you
Okay.
pull a little switcheroo there.
And you see his wiener.
Do you see his penis, William?
Yes.
Yeah, if you pay attention to that
Jesus
kind of thing.
things.
Now, this cop, I like him because he's a biker. He rides a motorcycle.
Stone Cold?
Oh, yeah. Stone Cold, Brian Bosworth.
The boss.
Could you
Now-
imagine if we saw his penis?
You didn't even put RoboCop on there.
Well, we still got number 1.
Number 1. Now, this cop, if you ask me what's the most attractive thing about a man,
Mm-hmm.
But what's the
it's
most
a-
attractive thing about a man, William?
it's a sense of humor.
Ace Ventura.
So, from The Naked Gun, the sexiest cop, O.J. Simpson.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice, William. Nice. That's our new bit. I thought our bit was like ratings or
Biggest loser.
Well,
Yes,
who is the
that was a
biggest
good list,
loser?
William?
oh, yeah,
Who is the biggest loser in Clockers?
Spike Lee.
Obviously,
Us,
dead
the
guys?
audience?
obviously, Strike. Strike has nothing going on. The guy just plays with trains. He's
Dude,
not getting laid. How are you selling drugs and not getting laid?
at the end of the movie, he's riding a fucking train.
Oh
What are you
God, I
talking
love
about?
that scene. I love that scene in there where he's riding the train, like, oh wow,
Like a little
looking
autistic
out the
kid.
window, like it's.
This
Oh,
this
I've never seen an empty field before. Oh my god!
I don't puke blood anymore.
Yeah.
It's cured my ulcerisms.
I cured my uncurable ulcer.
Isn't there like a
Guys, I
gun
thought that was
billboard
beautiful.
or something? Like
What was that?
there's like a gun billboard or something he's looking at
Oh, I
about
didn't see
like
that. I didn't see
crime.
that. I didn't
Yeah,
catch
he
that.
has a billboard that says it's like an anti-gun thing, and he has a little miniature one on his train set that they zoom in on once, and then it shows like a real one. I think it's the same one zoomed in, but it shows it when he's flying away on the train. And I'm like, okay, that was another little fucking annoying, cheeky, artsy thing that didn't matter.
It'd been cool if at the end, when he's looking at sitting in the train, looking out the window, if Spike Lee was in this construction hat drinking that thing next to him.
Just tips the hat,
Yeah.
holds up the yoo-hoo and
Good day.
does a little head nod. Yeah. Winks at the camera.
Just go for if you're gonna do a cameo in your own movie, just really put yourself in a lot. Make
We're gonna do it big.
Yeah, go big. I think the biggest loser in the movie, well, yeah, Mekhi Phifer ended up realizing his dream of he was looking at these little trains, being like, I want to ride this motherfucker one day, and then he did at the end. That's pretty cool. But the one guy who got shot by a child, can you imagine being
Oh, the drug addict guy.
Well,
the
he had
narrator.
AIDS.
child.
Yeah, that whole monologue was wild. When
that
he's
kid
talking
shouldn't have
about how
shot him.
has
He should have just
AIDS.
waited.
Yeah.
Did
Well,
we think
that's
this
why he's a
kid is
wild card
gonna?
because he's been dying the whole movie. He was already dying, so he didn't have anything to live for.
I liked how he was in the dapple in the cinematography in his first scene where he's like kind of in dapple, kind of like the Joker, where he's like the Joker's in the shadows or whatever. That'd have been cool if they would shoot a scene for a Batman movie where the Joker's in dapple.
What do you
fuck are you
say? You
talking
said
about?
dapple
Yeah,
like
he keeps
7
saying-
times. Like
You guys don't
we
know
all know. Like,
dapple
did you
is-
just?
Is that when you stick your dick in an apple?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dapple is the soft light under the shade of like branches and stuff. It's like the
Cool.
way the leaves diffuse the light. So
Oh,
that's dapple. So now you know.
Mark with spots or rounded patches.
There
beautiful.
you go.
God, what a
Just like my dick.
yeah.
You can,
Marked
you
with
can use the
spots
N word
and
one more
patches.
time, Mike.
Yeah.
Please use
What
it
was
on
that?
that. You can use the N word one more time.
Well, so I don't understand. We're
We'll
not.
give you a break.
Are
There's
we not
three.
allowed to use a soft R? I thought the
No, soft R.
or no R. I thought we were
You
allowed to
can,
use
we
the no
can't.
R.
We've
Why
we've
are you
never
asking
been in the
us?
big house.
I mean,
Yeah,
we
it's a
all
good
can
point.
do
That's
whatever we
true.
want, but
I-
you know,
I
I
don't
prefer
ever
to
see.
I prefer to scream it when I'm alone, so my neighbors just hear it.
So what's the
I'll start
message of the
trying that.
movie? What did we learn?
Oh,
What's
that's
the
multiple times a
message?
day.
I would also like to know what the message of this movie. I was hoping you were going to do this question.
I mean,
Violent video games.
don't play
Make
video
you
games,
shoot.
don't listen to rap, and don't drink chocolate milk. Stick to that. Clean 2%.
That kid was plugged in the
Milk.
Matrix, dude. Actually,
The
it's
mes-
all kind of being about being in the Matrix. Mekhi Phifer gets out at the end. That kid was too in the Matrix.
Yeah, I mean they're
They should
setting
have
up
called this movie The Matrix.
and Delroy Lindo would have been good in the Matrix. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah.
And he's giving Keanu Reeves guns and shit. And Keanu Reeves is like, all right, we're gonna like take down the man. He's like, no, we're just gonna like
No,
rob
it'd be
we're gonna
John
like kill some
Turturro.
cops and rob a bank and sell some drugs and just fucking
Why can't he be Neo?
we're making
Why you
money.
think he would be
Yeah, well,
the only
that's
other
what I'm
role he'd
saying.
play is
John
the other
Turturro-
black girl, William?
John Turturro is
Well, he's the
Neo.
father figure. Mekhi Phifer could be Neo.
Mekhi Phifer would be a great Neo.
But what if his name was
Tay
what if
Diggs.
his
I was
name
thinking of
was
Equilibrium?
Negro instead of Negro?
So,
So
a little thought experiment.
Never.
And everyone's
never
saying
thought
like
of
we
that.
have to stop Negro.
Well, then we'll have to have Morpheus be a white dude.
this is like a
Takes
Mad
on a different
TV.
meaning,
I feel
yeah.
like this joke has had someone has to have done this.
Probably.
You know,
Why
I'm
not?
excited after this episode that Mike is gonna. The next time Mike is under Dapple, he's gonna think, "Wow, I'm in Dapple."
I finally know what that word means. I'm gonna feel
I've
enlightened.
never heard that word in my life, and you just said it like 50 times.
Yes.
Well, that
it
helps
was
you
funny.
remember.
Is
Now.
Dapple not like a fist bump?
I was thinking it was like a.
That could be.
like a-
When you dapple somebody up.
If you do that under like a beautiful plum tree, that's a Dapple.
Okay.
Ratings. What does everybody give the film?
2.
3.
I'd say 3. Maybe I was going 3.25. It's a little on it.
Well,
know
what
me.
what gives
I'd
it that
go up to
Ultimately,
2.5. I'd go up to
it's-
2.5.
I give it 3 just because it's so. There's so many actors in it I like.
Yeah, good.
I
acting,
really
good
like Delroy
cinematography.
Lindo. For me, he's the saving grace of the movie. If there's a reason
Sure.
to watch this movie, it's Delroy Lindo. But honestly, I can go to 2.5. It's kind of a mess.
I
It's
could
a
go up
mess.
to 3, but yeah.
It's a overindulgent kind of messy movie. And at the time, maybe it was very groundbreaking. But we keep talking about The Wire. It did a lot of this stuff better afterwards.
There's
So-
several movies about black people
1985,
trying
yeah.
to sell drugs their way out of the hood and then find another way, and this one is just average.
This is a big
When-
genre.
Yeah,
at
because
this time.
he wasn't
Yeah.
like trying to get out. Like William was saying, there's no
Yeah, that's a good point.
there's no major like point.
He's not saving bricks of cash to like,
Get
go
away, yeah.
to, he's going to move to Canada or something. He is not doing anything. And that's a
No
that's a
foresight.
huge problem with the movie. And honestly, I can go down to 2.5 for that.
Can't do it. I don't think I could do it.
I like the idea of him just puking
2?
blood all the time. That's not
Let's
a
go
good
to
look.
2.
I go up to 2.5.
Saying the other way.
We have to agree.
I know. This is the
2.5 is
problem.
fine. I'm easy.
Why do you like this movie so much, Adam?
Well,
You hated the mix and you hated
foreheads, the mouths.
yeah, the mix is. I love the foreheads.
it's a mess of a film. Is this
But it's
Woke
saying
Adam
stuff.
run
It
amok?
is, but it. Maybe I'm missing the bigger pic because you got to keep in mind I was not focusing on the dialogue at all of the story because I was just thinking about how crazy loud the movie was. But it's like if it is like saying these things about
Who cares?
like
Messages are dumb. Art is not
yeah, I
about
get what you're saying.
messaging.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, for sure. All right, I'll go 2.5.
Nah, I want to
I'm
go
really
down
saying
to
it.
1.
I'm really saying that because I have to pee. So I'll take half a star off of this movie so I can.
Do
pee.
we need to go higher, Mike? Is this a 4-star film that we're just not smart enough for?
Absolutely
No.
not. I rated it a 3, and I'm going down to 2.5. You want me to tell you? I mean, I think that
gotta
Del
pee.
Lorenzo
I'm just
was
gonna
a
go pee.
saving grace, but I think that Keith David's performance was more of a saving grace than Delroy Lindo. Delroy Lindo,
Yeah.
they should have done him louder. He should have had more gold. He should have had a nicer car.
What about him smashing the car at the end?
In the parking lot
that
of
was
the
pretty
police
cool.
station? That was retarded.
That's
They're just
but it's pretty badass.
yeah, definitely sends a message, but it didn't make any sense.
What about the tragic death of Scientific
No, that guy's was a problem from the get-go.
with his
He
gun
was
shirt?
Trying so
Yeah,
hard.
every time
was
he had a
trying
gun
so
shirt.
hard to be like a hood dude.
What about the awesome conversation about do you like positive rap or do you like gangster rap?
Oh my god! And they were swapping
Go over
sides,
on that
swapping
side.
benches. Yeah.
Yeah. You on that
Chuck,
side.
was it Chuck D? They're like, yeah, Chuck D or what? He's like, Chuck D. That dude's a bitch.
Yeah. He didn't kill nobody. He didn't
That's
rob
good.
nobody.
Close friend of Spike Lee, Chuck D, to the theme song for "Do the Right Thing."
So that's probably why they were little nod
Clowning
to a
on him.
friend. Yeah.
But then these East Coast guys were saying they like Snoop and they like West Coast, Dr. Dre and stuff.
Yeah, but they're in fucking New York. I didn't think that.
This is outrageous. This is
No, not
outrageous
one-
film.
Did they mention Wu-Tang?
2.25.
2.3.
2.3, I'm down.
2.29.
I'm
We already
lower the
talked about
better.
2.5.
The lower the better,
Yeah,
I say.
yeah, I don't know. I just keep saying
All
a
right,
different
next
number
week, what
whenever
should we
I hear
do?
one.
Should we do more gangsta shit or do we need it? Like Juice is, we should have done Juice. That's the movie I wanted to do. Tupac. Or
Apparently the movie that changed his personality.
not him getting arrested.
He just drank so much
Mhm.
juice.
And going to
that made him,
jail.
like-
Yeah,
He
he
played
started
this
getting
character
ulcers
and
from
he
all that
changed.
orange juice.
he just got really into juice.
I don't like this theory.
He started hanging out with
He got
Thug
Joker-fied.
Juice.
Hey,
He
I've
started
never-
hanging out with OJ and he juiced up his life a little too much. OJ killed Tupac. We all know it.
Damn,
What?
dude.
Yeah.
Because he
He
stole
did
his
it.
hat. He stole his boot, his shoe, his glove.
He did it.
What
I
about?
don't know what to think.
I never.
OJ
I
stabbed him
don't
with
care.
a gun.
Whatever, man.
Say it, Adam.
I've just never seen Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, we're doing New York
What about
movies. I'm
Division
sorry.
3, Football's Finest, the Andy Dick starring movie? Oh, Adam Carolla's in it too, and Will Sasso.
That doesn't sound good at all.
That's
Anybody
no joke.
else?
Next week
No.
and they're playing Midnight Cowboy at New Beverly, so we'll probably do that after we do Juice.
Okay.
Or we could do Fingers with Harvey Keitel. That's a fun film.
Hey, why don't
Is
you
that
pick?
post?
I
Is
wanna
that
do-
post Bad Lieutenant?
No, 1978. I want to do Juice. I think we would all love Juice, but I feel like we just did too many gangster movies. And now it's
Yeah,
like,
let's switch it up.
What about
We'll do-
Munich?
oh, movie sucks.
I've never seen these movies. What about
Munich sucks.
Let's do something light. Let's do a fun drug movie. Dude, where's my car type vibes?
mm,
White Castle.
It's pretty crazy. Those guys
All right.
love smoking
Let
the
him
Your
go.
Highness.
ganja. I saw that opening night.
nice.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Kind of disappointing. Fingers or Juice?
Just tell us Wednesday. Keep them guessing.
They're both good.
Keep the audience
It's like
guessing.
it's up
It
to you
drives
guys.
them
Do you want to
wild.
see another gangster
Yes.
movie?
Exactly.
You want to see more gangster shit? I feel like more people have seen Juice.
Always. It's the only thing I can relate to as an OG myself.
What's
If there's no pimping, no dope dealing, no killing,
I'm not interested.
No way. Nah.
But,
Or-
on,
or-
but
or-
on the
or-
other
or-
hand,
Or Marvel movies. I love Marvel
what's-
movies too, though.
on
We'll
the
do
other hand,
Juice,
though,
no.
I can really, I have fingers, so I really relate to finger movies, finger-based movies.
I
You don't
can
have
see
juice?
Adam just focusing on the hand.
How much juice do you have, Adam?
I got a lot of juice these days.
So we should do
Juiced
Juice
up.
because here's what I think about it. Critics liked Clockers, but it's lame. Critics did not like Juice, and it's way
All right,
better.
let's watch
So
Juice.
that's
Set
This
the
is what
record
we're
straight.
exploring. Yeah, we're gonna set the record straight, and we'll do our.
I like that. It makes me want to drink. I'll bring some juice.
Maybe we'll do another countdown because that went over so well.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Big success.
Let's do another countdown.
It's going to take TikTok and
Let's do a
Instagram
16.
Reels by storm.
You're gonna have to edit that. And make
Raise
it
the
awesome.
number, though.
Okay, deal.
We need to get a voice guy to do it.
What do you mean a voice guy?
A voice actor.
16.
Yeah.
You know,
Daryl Hannah.
I've always felt like I could be a voice actor if I tried.
Try.
So
Yeah, let him do it.
You can do it.
Top 10. Give us a fake top 10 announcer voice.
top 10.
Say next week, Juice.
Next week, Juice.
Why you sound haunted?
Are you on Nickelodeon or something?
Sorry.
He's doing SNL.
Next week, Juice.
Give something a little more bubblegummy.
Next week.
This bit works.
Here comes Juice.
Ew.
Yeah, sorry.
All right, do serious, scary, thriller.
Next week.
Okay. Well, it's not working with the Zoom.
Okay.
There you go.
Sorry.
When it does the voices, you got your
Fucking-
voice guy right there.
I think we got it. I think.
Yeah, I look pretty good. I'm pretty good. So
Not to toot my own horn, but beep beep.
are we ever going to watch a Sam Fuller movie, William? I'm just looking at Sam Fuller movie on it, Letterbox right now.
Shark with Burt
Shock
Reynolds.
Corridor.
Shock Corridor is very good. Naked Kiss.
Naked Kiss. White Dog.
White Dog. We will
This
do
is just a
White. We
random
will.
thing. I don't care.
After New York, we're going to LA. White Dog is a great LA movie.
Okay.
Definitely up there. It's definitely on the
Okay.
possibilities.
Let's stop.
We got some great LA films coming
Let's
up.
just stop. Let's just not do another episode.
Let's
can't
doing
stop.
the podcast. That's how we should decide. Well, let's just
Yeah,
at
let's
the end and be like, okay, we'll see you guys later.
Adam's got to go do some voices.
We can't quit,
I have a
guys.
burgeoning voiceover career that I have to.
We just have to do
nurture.
Let's do another 190 episodes and see how it goes.
It'll probably
Hell
pick
yeah.
up.
There's definitely not enough movie podcasts.
Especially not enough with just 4 dudes in gray t-shirts talking about them.
Damn, William, I wish you were wearing a great t-shirt.
Yeah, now William's got a type. He chose us.
If I had glasses too, we'd be.
Yeah, I know. Adam needs glasses. I was just thinking that.
You will.
I'm the
one
fun
day.
I can sort of see better.
You guys are the three. We got the 3 smart ones, and then the one guy who's like a party dude.
It's just talking about people's
Adam's
mouths.
the party dude.
I'm the party dude.
The voiceover party
We
dude.
got 3 fucking Donatellos. If the listeners understand what I'm saying, I'm working with 3 Donatellos over
I'm
here.
Raphael. Come on.
No, I'm a Raphael type.
Adam's
Cool
just
guy,
like
no
some
glasses.
of the, Adam's just the leftover ooze that didn't really land on anything. Just it landed on a piece of trash that evolved a little bit.
Hey, what the fuck?
A
bro?
turd.
It landed on a turd, and we haven't met
Mutated.
that character yet, but it mutated it.
He's like, can I hang out with you guys to the turtle?
I'm into that.
No,
I'm into voice actor Adam.
Well, the Ninja Turtles, that whole thing is like supposed to be like the ooze that made Daredevil seeped into the sewers and made the turtles. But then didn't the rat Splinter got them some ooze. What about Usagi? I gotta go. I gotta help my wife raise 2 kids.
All right, later.
Sorry to talking about Ninja Turtles. All right, see you
Yeah,
guys.
right.
Brother. You can't lose that feeling. You can't give your life away. Like a bird of freedom, you ain't got no dues to pay. Cause they need you Yes, it's alright.